This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by the new Michelob Craft Beer Sampler Pack, GoDaddy, Netflix,
and Applebee's new tasty dolphin riblets. Yes, they're cute, but damn are they tasty.
Welcome to Diggnation.
also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello and welcome to Diggnation, episode number 168. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the hottest weekly user-submitted stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's dig.com.
That's right. Now we are here, as I'm sure you can see, and probably also hear, because we are literally shooting the show in a fully functioning brewery, Michelob Brewing Company, St. Louis, Missouri. So you can tell there's going to be a little bit of noises because the brews that we're going to be drinking,
They're brewing.
They're brewing currently right now. So we're actually going to crack one of these things open and just put our hands in.
And just basically dive in through the little
Yes.
hole, swim around for a little bit.
We've been told it's boiling, but we're kind of willing to take that chance.
That's right.
Whatever chance that would be. So we're super excited
It
because
was awesome. They gave us a tour.
which
we
was
learned so
great.
much about beer.
I want to try some.
We acted like, I love how we were like on the show before, we were always like, well, it's very hoppy.
I know.
We got to touch hops today.
I smelled hops for the first time and went, oh my God, it smells like beer.
And we came up with an idea because hops are actually like little flowers. We were going to make a beer hops cologne.
Yes.
Potentially keep an eye out at your Macy's or we might have a Diggnation beer hops cologne some point in the future.
That'd be really good.
Gregor's going to work on that from a biz dev standpoint.
And also, he is a chemist.
Right.
So I don't know how many people know that.
Hippie Glenn.
Oh, that's Hippie Glenn. I'm sorry.
He'll
Hippie
take
Glenn.
and mash up the hops and like mix it with some patchouli oil.
He'll use his usual mortar and pestle that he has just lying
for everything
around
else that he does, hippie-wise.
for his like creation of new weird salts.
Yes.
Yes. And we're really actually super excited because Michelob is sponsoring the show. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drinking from these 20-bottle Michelob sampler packs.
Right. So we should talk about the sampler packs a little bit because they're very cool. You've probably never seen anything like this before.
Well, they come with these little tasting mats.
Right.
Which is filled with tons of information. And we actually, we have a little cheat sheet because we were talking about what these mean. And the brewmaster, Florian, was right over here. And we were like, bro, could you just tell us what this means? So, but there's a lot of really, really good information. And today, we, of course, are on Amberbach.
Right.
And
Which I have
next
right
week,
here.
if you want to drink with us, we're going to be drinking Marzen. So go out to your local store for next week, get some Marzen, drink it while we drink it, as it sounds.
Yeah, pick up one of these little sampler packs. The cool thing I have to say about these, though, is that, sometimes you think like this is just marketing copy, but really it shows you exactly what types of hops they're using here.
Yep.
It shows you what type of gravity the body has. And
Which we don't even really know what that means, but we're very excited.
It sounds good. No, it was
Florian
cool, though.
told us, and we were like, all right.
It was cool, though, because they have this thing called the International Bitterness Unit, and the higher it is on that scale...
IBU?
Exactly. Well, we learned this from the brewmaster a few minutes ago.
Like the brewmaster did it.
But the higher it is on the scale,
shoot.
the more bitter the beer is. And the beers actually say on the side what the rating is. So you know kind of before you drink the beer how bitter it's going to be.
Well, they also said they're going to put that on the six-pack, so you'll be able to know when you go to the store and you see a Michelob craft beer. Oh, look at that. Hello. Are we going to get these glasses to take home? Or do we need to steal these?
We might have to steal them.
Okay. I'm not against that. That'd be awesome. We're like leaving, my backpack has one of these mash cookers in the back of it, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I came in with this.
That is really good.
Wow. Way lighter than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Way lighter than I thought it was going to be.
It's a lot smoother, too. I was thinking normally a darker beer like this would give you a little bit more of a heavy kind of aftertaste.
Wow, I think I've greatly underestimated what an Amberbach is. See, this is the thing. People don't know, and I put myself in this category. We've been reviewing beers, use the term loosely, for 3 years now. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, the things that I say about beers has nothing to do with the beer itself.
Right. Well, you do your best.
Sure.
Sometimes you've had some not so good beers in the past, and
Yes.
you know, if it tastes like
A sock.
You said the inside of a hamster cage one time, I believe, was one of the beer reviews that you
That
gave.
was very weird. It actually tasted like the inside of a hamster cage.
The man knows what that tastes like.
All I'm saying, maybe they added some wood chips.
We've seen how you can
the
add,
process.
you can age
You can add
them.
anything. You
They
could
might
put
have
little
aged it
hamsters in
a
there.
wood chip hamster barrel.
That's what it was. It was actually aged in one of those little water bottles with the little thing that you bite on. So it's a very small run.
The cool thing I like about this, though, all BS aside, is that
Oh, that's good.
we are in this building, which is kind of like their R&D labs.
Yeah,
These
this
are
is not
very-
the big
this
like
isn't
main
like the
production center.
Big mainstream production center. They're very like craft and specialty beers, which we're big fans of.
Big fans of craft
You know,
specialties.
oftentimes when we get beers on the show that we really enjoy, it's the smaller, craftier
And
kind of like.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and we might get shut down. I was not aware that Michelob was into this. I didn't know
wasn't
that. For me, I did not know.
It was a pleasant
I had no
surprise.
idea that they had sort of specialty beers of this caliber. I mean, I just sort of was like, oh yeah, Michelob. Yeah,
It was cool.
it's a beer. You know what I mean?
We were stoked to come out here, so thank you, Michelob, for doing that, and
Oh, yeah.
thank you for the sticker for the outside of my laptop to add to the collection. Very
Which
cool.
is very nice. How about we get into a story?
Let's
shall
do it.
we? Let's tell you a little story about some freestyle rapping here in St. Louis. So the first story here, freestyle rap battle translated. 3,057 people dug this story, submitted by special feature, hardcore underground hip hop meets calm, rational debate. Now, did you see this?
Oh, I didn't see the original. Did you see the original?
No, but I can only assume what the original was.
The original, I heard a little, it was pretty hardcore.
So basically what it is it's video of what looks to be basically like one of those, like, I don't want to say underground because there were tons of people there. It's basically a freestyle rapping competition,
Right.
right?
Like the
Get-
stuff that Eminem did in 12
8
Mile.
Mile or 12 Mile, whichever. 12 Mile was actually the extended DVD version. Not many
Is that
people
a half
watch that.
marathon? Is that a half marathon?
No,
I don't know. I don't know where that came from then. I was just
a
trying-
12-pack sitting right in front of you.
That's right.
You're like, the number 12 is around me, and I don't know. I want to say the word Michelob, and I have no idea why.
That's
It's
awesome.
it's like at the tip of my tongue. So basically, what they did, which I think is genius, and if the thing was actually just the pure translation of one of the guys, it would have been enough for me. But it just keeps getting better. So basically, what they did is there's this rapper who's clearly freestyle rapping to his opponent. And instead of the audio of the actual rap, it's a guy who is calmly basically reciting in sort of very
Like English-
highbrow English.
Highbrow English poetry almost back to him.
Yeah, back
But
to him.
Like, I have bad things to say about your mother.
Yes, it's like, I don't have any information to base this on, but I believe that you have had multiple sexual experiences with men. And it's
Right.
like, clearly
But
the
these
guy...
guys are just like yelling
like
at each
yelling
other
and
like
yelling
they're-
and
Well, we
yelling.
can put some of the video up. We're acting like
Oh.
you can't put the video up.
We can, but
So Glenn can put the video up.
Contrast.
it's amazing. But so here's the best part. It goes through and it like explicitly says basically every point that he's doing. Then the next guy gets up and they start talking about fisticuffs and all this stuff, and he was like, actually, I believe fisticuffs should just ensue.
Right.
And then a melee happens. I mean, this is like one of those like videos of a high school basketball gone awry.
It's like when someone wins
melee.
a championship and everybody runs on stages, like goes after the team, but in this case, it just was a brawl.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
And
exactly
then
what
they
it's
played
like.
like bluegrass music or something in the background.
Yeah, it was almost like, or like Benny Hill stuff,
Yeah,
like
it
that. And people are getting thrown chairs
It
and
was
stuff.
awesome.
Have you ever been in the middle of a melee like that?
No, not at that scale. No.
Minor scale?
I was in one that was like probably 6 or 7 people.
That's a semi-good melee.
It was bad because somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting at people.
Oh, was that when you got shot in the back by that guy? That was awesome. I read that in your memoir.
That did not happen. So anyway,
Speaking
props.
of which, I saw Burn After Reading.
What is that?
It's a new Coen Brothers film.
Oh, was that good?
Oh my God. John Malkovich kept talking about how he was going to write his memoirs.
I gotta. Was that the one with Brad Pitt?
Brad
in it?
Pitt, yeah.
Oh.
George Clooney, Brad Pitt.
When does that come out?
out? It's out already.
I still want to see that.
Kevin, I want you to see that.
That's awesome. We always have to do time travel because we think like, okay, this show is going to be 3 days from now.
And I was like, we're shooting this on a Friday.
And we're like, is the movie? Will the movie have been out by then? It's like when we travel to London. You know, every time we're like, what
Which
day
we're
going to
be doing soon, by the way.
What day did we land? Like, it's the future. It's really weird.
It is the future. It's time travel.
All right.
So this is good. I'd love to see the original one. Oh yeah, in contrast, and despite the lack of legitimate evidence, I believe you have been involved in a fair amount of homosexual activity. It's genius.
It was genius. Who put this together? Was that College Humor? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's on College Humor. I don't know who submitted it.
They're awesome. They got a great little team of people that do that stuff. But
wait, it's not College Humor isn't user submitted?
No, it's all, they have like 12 writers working there.
Really?
Yeah, it's all.
I thought College Humor was just YouTube.
No.
A lot of users submitted, but they have like.
Oh, so there is user submitted.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
But you see those like where it says College Humor Originals and it's like dun 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 dun.
They employ like 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, then I don't think this is one of those because it didn't say that at the
maybe
beginning.
not. Okay.
I was shocked to think, oh my God, that's amazing. If they just do original stuff, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, next story. This one really hits home for Alex at least. The shocking inside story that
I
killed
was like,
millions.
I'm excited. What is it? That killed millions?
It killed millions of Xbox 360s. 3,098 people dug the story submitted by Lubra. He says, Dean Takahashi, one of the most respected tech journalists around, spent years putting together this mind-blowing expose that reveals the truly epic scale of the problems that led to the millions of dead Xbox 360s. It's really one of the most stunning flustercucks in gaming history. This is crazy. So I had no idea. We, of course, had friends. You were one of them.
I have had myself as a friend. It was amazing.
Everybody knows someone, at least, that, when we had you have a group of 10 friends with Xbox 360s.
Somebody's got the red ring of death.
Somebody got the red ring of death at one point or another, right?
And in this room, I was he.
You were the one.
And maybe there were more. I don't know.
So they go all the way back to when the R&D was happening for the Xbox 360.
Okay.
And how there was a big push to get this box out.
Right.
They really wanted to have a big year head start on the PlayStation.
Right.
They really wanted
PlayStation was having so many delays and
right. And
yeah.
so they were really pushing to this is our chance to dominate. And because of that, they were willing to not quite debug it, and they figured that we can do software updates after the fact. We can fix this stuff later. So there's a lot of companies that they outsource a lot of this stuff to.
Okay.
As far as the debugging of the machines, and they were cutting corners. They had certain amounts of money earmarked. Like there's this place called SimTech, which is a test machine maker in Canada.
Okay.
And they had shaved $2 million off the budget that was solely for the purpose of debugging the test machines, right?
Okay. All right.
So anyway, when they launched the actual Xbox, and no one knew this, when they launched them, 16 out of every 100 IBM processors were not working. And they said that because of heatsink problems, graphic chips problems, just before launch, an unbelievable 68% of consoles made were clunkers. 68% were failing.
So not shipped, but created.
Right, were failing.
So they produced, plugged them in, failed the test. Okay, next one. Produced, plugged it in, failed the test. Oh, that one works, throw it in a box.
Exactly. And so what this led to was literally millions of machines. It says right here, listen to this. The shortage in spring of 2006, this was the situation.
Okay.
Microsoft had more than 500,000 defective consoles that sat in warehouses. These were either duds coming out of the factory or they were returned boxes, according to an inside source. The yield was oftentimes climbing too. The yield was climbing, but too slowly. So they were really getting. And even as of 2008, only 85% of Xboxes that were being produced are still working. So that means 15 out of 100 fail in 2008.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So it just goes.
But here's the question: was it a good business decision?
I think so.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go back. Let's say we're Microsoft. We go back. We know Sony's coming out with the machine.
Right.
We go, look, we can spend a year and debug this and get it out right then. Or how much is it going to cost us to replace these things?
Well, this is Fortunately, this is
Because
something...
it happened to me, and I'm pissed that it happened to me. I mean, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, but just seeing as a business decision, Microsoft still is the biggest shareholder in that market,
well,
besides
sure,
the Wii, but they're not in the same market,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, I'm sure they know. I mean, this is something you can absolutely, run the numbers on. You can see like how much money did we lose based on
Right.
producing X number of defunct units
Right.
versus how much market share we gained, and that's
Being early.
that being that early kind of first to market kind of company.
It's tough. This is one of those things, I'm glad I don't have to make decisions like that. You know what I mean? Like, your product is coming off weird. It's not a huge thing. It's not, it's not 100%. It's not 50%. You know what I mean?
I think you do it. Even if I was presented with this data, let's say you're in charge of Microsoft, you're sitting on billions of dollars in the bank, and you consider the gaming world and the Xbox to eventually be that home centerpiece, that media
Right,
center
exactly.
PC.
Yeah, this is their second step into that.
And you say 10 years from now, this thing is not only going to be a gaming machine, but it's going to be part of your TV experience, it's going to be your DVR, it's going to be your all-in-one unit. It's worth spending the money up front now to have that market share than to, I don't know, I would still, if it was me, I would have said,
yeah, it's
let's
tough.
do it.
It's tough. Like, that's a big business decision. That's a ballsy business decision.
It's still crappy when this kind of stuff gets out, though, and then you have all these consumers and all these people that spend all this time sitting on the phone, talking to tech support, saying I got the red ring of death.
Well, but wait a minute. There's no spending time on tech support. I got the red ring of death, and it literally took me... This is what I did, and I've said this before. I sent my Xbox in, because as soon as you get the red ring, you just go online and go, I have the red ring, and they go, fine, send us your Xbox. I sent them my Xbox. I went and bought another Xbox, which is where my first Twitter competition came in, because I bought a new Xbox.
Because you had to, because you wanted to play video games.
No, because I wanted to play video games. I hadn't even opened the box before my original Xbox repaired came back to me in the mail. I hadn't even set it up.
Now, who paid for the shipping?
They did.
Who paid for the original shipping?
They did.
You printed, you lie. Exactly. It costs you money.
No. They reimbursed me.
Yeah, dude, Microsoft fanboy. Come on. Oh, speaking of which, somebody who a couple weeks ago was like, I'm getting a BlackBerry, decided to get the new iPhone.
Yes. Now, let me tell you my state of reasoning. And also, let me tell you how I feel about the new iPhone. First off, so I bought a new iPhone mainly because my old iPhone broke, as I've said on the show. Well, when I got my replacement iPhone, the iPhone 1...
Well, it didn't break. Your Bluetooth stopped working.
No. The original one broke.
Oh,
I got the
original
bottom
broke,
dead bar where I couldn't hit the phone, email, Safari, iPod, couldn't touch, that screen didn't work. And it's just, it happens on iPhones. Ooh, okay. And so basically what I did was I returned it, and they said, here's the new one. It's
right away.
Right away.
Great customer service.
Great customer service, except they said, just so you know, you can never return this one.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough, except the one they gave me was broken. That's why my Bluetooth didn't work. The handset that they gave me to replace the new one was broken.
Was it broken?
It was
or was it
100%.
buggy with that car?
It was 100% broken.
How do you know it wasn't the car?
Because it was never a problem with my original one, and as soon as I got the new one, it's never been a problem since.
Do you know it was a firmware issue? Like
I updated to the brand new firmware. I downgraded to the old firmware. The Bluetooth and the handset they gave me was broken.
Okay, fair enough.
End of story. And this is why I ended up buying the new one. Was because through all this, maybe it's my BMW, and people were like, well, there's some problem with the iDrive, but it's not the Bluetooth. The Bluetooth is not the problem people were talking about with the BMW iDrive. And it was over months and months of just like using this phone and being like, it's got to be broken, I finally just said, you know what? I don't want another iPhone, but I want a phone that works.
Like the iPhone.
No. Like a phone that works, a phone that functions the way the phone should function.
You could have got a BlackBerry or any other phone out there.
Right, but there wasn't.
No.
It hadn't been out yet. The BlackBerry Thunder is not out yet, and I was not.
The Curve.
Yeah, but the Curve is like there are things that the iPhone does great that I want in my next phone.
Right.
Surfing the web full on. Don't give me that WAP BS.
Right.
Give me the web. I'll decide if it's too small for me.
Yeah,
the internet, yeah. Well, no, the web. I mean, it's all got the internet. Emails through the internet. The web browser is what I care about.
Mm-hmm.
So I just decided, you know what? It's 199 bucks.
And it works.
It works.
I'm
I just
happy for
wanted
you.
to do, but there are a few things that I've noticed. One, 3G, not that much faster. It's just not that much faster. It is faster, not that much faster. Two, the battery life is way worse.
You haven't upgraded to 2.0.
I have
2.1.
2.1. I have 2.0.2.
2.1 is out.
2.1 just came out.
Right.
So we'll see.
They
Again,
said
this
they
is
said
time warp.
it's right now, but it came out today.
We'll see what happens. The other thing I will say, and not many people have had this problem. It's a lot worse reception. There are times when I'm driving in my car and I have one bar where I used to have three in the
Try
same
2.1.
location.
Try 2.1.
I'm going to. But
All
that's
right.
why I got the new iPhone.
Cool. Anyway, I got to say, I was giving you shit, but in reality, that seems like pretty good customer service from Microsoft.
It was good. I mean, look, do I not want to have done that? I wish I hadn't had to do
Yeah,
that.
but it was a lot better than it could have been.
Yeah, it
it's
could have
good that
been.
they're handling it that way.
Could have been bad.
Anyway, that was my story, and
Oh yeah.
sorry about that.
So my story, I fly first class pick. 3,674 people dug this story, submitted by Pepe12. And this is an image, which I have to say is probably one of the funniest images I've ever seen. It is a bird flying on the back of another bird.
I think this is real.
So here's
People
the thing.
saying it's Photoshop.
Brad Murphy was like, that's not real. Well, here in the comments, somebody wrote, okay, here we go. No, it is not shopped. This is a species of bird that has been documented doing this, and it is not unheard of. Now, does that person, clearly a scientist, back up any of that information with a link or data? No. But that is not what I'm saying, sir. I'm saying scientists, clearly, this man, Jay Canio, is a scientist. An ornithologist. Let's take it a step further.
first of all,
this
show
man is a bird scientist.
Show everyone the picture over here, because we got some people over here from Michelob
Here we go.
that need to see what we're talking about.
That is a bird.
Does that look real to you guys?
on
That
top
bird
of the
is
back of another bird.
piggybacking.
Right? It is illegal.
I think I'm with Murphy on that one.
Yeah, this
wait.
bird,
Thumbs up or thumbs
ornithologist.
down? I'm gonna see. Down.
One,
Yeah.
two
We
up.
got a believer. We got a believer.
2 downs, 3 downs, 4 downs. All right. Well, let's the 4 down.
First of all, this isn't the first time we've heard of this. Sharks with other little fish swimming around, eating stuff
yes,
around them.
it's called symbiotic relationships.
Right.
That bird does not know how to fly. Looks like a flyer. It's not. It's a red-headed non-flyer.
And you know what? That's just like capitalism. I don't know. What would you call that? Where like someone's taking advantage of someone else.
I hope it's not capitalism. The foundation of our entire economy is, well, it's just taking advantage of the next guy, really.
It's right on the back. Piggybackism? I don't know.
I'd call it anti-communism. Some sort of, it's a something. There were a lot of really good
Maybe they're
comments actually on
friends.
this.
Animals can be friends.
Animals can be, it's symbiosis or whatever it's
Yes. Anyway,
Uh,
that's an amazing picture.
called. Dude, I love it. Some of my favorite comments. What, no in-flight worm service? Genius. Genius.
I love the stupid like comments like that. They're like,
I love this. I wouldn't recommend this airline. Passenger safety isn't their highest priority. Genius.
did that get
Dr.
dug
Bone Monkey, I love you.
Did that get dug
Yeah,
up?
275 days. I love it. So I say not shopped, as Jay Corenson, the ornithologist, told us, with no data to back it up.
Yes. And
Dude, you're not supping on your beer as much. This is good beer.
I am sipping on it.
I'm very excited about this.
So what do we do our sponsor now, and then we do? Oh, I got a story.
You got a story, and then we
All right.
sponsor, then my story.
This one I had to show everyone. As we know, Glenn and I are cat fans on the show. I can say that Glenn has 2 cats now.
Yeah, you still have
She'll put that picture up on the screen for people to see. The first, if you ever remember my cat that I used to have in previous episodes, she's in the
Kittle.
front there, Puss Kittles,
It's a kittle.
Puss Kittle Pockets. And then the one in the back is Glenn's kitten that he got, and this is like Frito.
Frito? Freedom?
Salsa.
Frida, like the painter?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. He's a hippie. He could be like, this is freedom and economic stability in Mexico. Like, what?
This is Free Tibet over here, and
This is a free Tibetan here that I've named Free Tibetan.
But I was making crazy sounds, so
their ears are a little weird because he was making weird noises.
I would so like to see what you do at night, sir. And then probably regret it.
So this is awesome because, again, we were talking about creative videos today.
I never saw this video, by the way.
This is the creative video show. This is a cat attacking a laser printer.
Oh, that's a panther.
But the best thing is that they actually put in gunshots with the cat.
Oh, epic.
Watch this. It's very curious. Doesn't know what to think. This is clearly an enemy. He keeps... So they're adding in gunshots as the noise as they're trying to... I love how it's like breaking stuff, like they're adding the sound of broken glass.
Oh, I love the stand on the back legs.
I know. It like hates that printer.
Printer! Printer!
Watch the very end, this is the best. How awesome is that?
So clearly the printer won at the end.
Right.
A piece of paper scared the cat
I
off.
think we're seeing a trend here. I'm calling it now. The special effects with animals doing things is like the new lolcats, like gunshots or like, you know, when they're fighting or doing something crazy. That was pretty awesome.
That was pretty awesome, I have to say. As a cat lover myself, watching one be tormented by a laser printer was pretty amusing.
Yes, it combines tech and animals in just the right ways.
It does. Although I was excited to see that cat attack a panther. Because when I saw that dig story, we were setting them up, I was like, oh yeah, cat versus panther.
Oh, you
I was
didn't
like,
see printer?
that's going to be a sad story. She'd be like, hey, how are you? I'm a cat as well. Boop.
That's awesome.
All right, well, let's hit the sponsors, and then we will talk about our last story, which is also a very, very big story.
Oh, and then I have probably the best email in the world. So
I know, I got a pretty good
you
email
have to stay
too.
tuned for that.
Whatever, we'll compare. Both to us. All right, well, first off, as if you didn't notice, we're here at the St. Louis brewery. We're super excited, Michelob. Thank you so much for having us out,
Yes,
guys.
thank you,
We
guys.
really appreciate it.
It was an awesome tour.
Please head out and get yourself one of these sampler packs so you can follow along, or if you really want to get crazy, a lot of people, you know, they like to have a few while they're watching Diggnation. A couple samples ain't gonna do you. Get the 6-pack of each of these, because these are amazing, amazing beers. I'm really excited. I don't even know what Marzen is. I'm excited for that next week.
I love Marzen style beers, so I'm excited to try it out.
Yeah, so
Have some friends over and get the bigger one too.
So this week, just a quick little information about the Amberbach. It uses an all malt recipe. So there's no adjunct grains, which now that we've taken a tour,
We understand
you would think
that.
I know what that means. Also, it uses all imported hops. Offers a very smooth taste, which is very true, and the deep dark color. I was sort of surprised at the lightness of it. You know, there's no bitterness. It's a dark beer, no bitterness.
Lynn, try this. You gotta try
Yeah,
this.
get in
Lynn.
there, Hip.
It's not bad, huh? It's
Every
good.
time he drinks, he's got to pour it into the camera.
Good?
It's not getting old yet.
No, it's not getting old. This is funny. That wasn't good, right?
That's really good.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than.
So anyway, head out, get yourself one of these craft beer sampler kit.
Craft collection.
Craft collection.
Yep.
What? All right. Cool. So thank you, Michelob.
Excellent. GoDaddy. GoDaddy has .com domain names as low as $1.99.
Oh.
No, I'm going to get to it.
All
I'm gonna get to
right.
it.
Go ahead, do something fun.
GoDaddy.com has domain names as low as $1.99 plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builder, and much more. And GoDaddy recently started adding .ca domains. Now, here's the deal. We have a little new promotion happening with GoDaddy. Little contest where we will come to your house, fly to your house, sit on your couch, if you will have us, and do a Diggnation.
You know how many people just poop their pants?
Hopefully not on the couch that we're going to be sitting on.
Agreed.
Yes.
So if you were not sitting on your own couch when you heard this story,
Yes, and so here's the deal. To get into the contest, it's called, we're calling it Win Diggnation in your living room. You'll get 10% off of any GoDaddy order But you have to enter the code DIGCouch. So when you're checking out, enter the code DIGCouch and you'll automatically be entered. And you can also go and find out more details at revision3.com/DIGCouch. And
You can enter as many times as you want.
And will they have to send in a picture of the couch?
Well, afterwards, once we pick the winner.
Once we pick the winner, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So once we pick the winner in the States, although we are gonna add Hawaii. All right, good. So we're gonna look into adding Hawaii just because of the intertropical weather.
Right.
And if someone from Hawaii wins, it was totally random.
So yeah,
we're gonna pick somebody, and then we have to just qualify, make sure that they actually have a living room. They don't live in some sort of box, and that they're spending all their money on iPods.
We're going to be picking the winners in late October. All the details are on the site.
Yeah.
Picking the winner in late October.
So picking a winner late October, shooting the first week of November. Theoretically, never heard of this, so maybe second week in November. But
Right.
in November, early November-ish time frame. Right,
All right, cool. All right, so
Perfect.
that's the deal. Diggnation in your couch, and
We are gonna literally open your couch up like a tauntaun on Hoth, crawl in the guts, and then shoot a show in there.
completely random. Hawaii preferred, female preferred. That's completely
I'm
random.
just saying, all these
completely
things are random.
Completely random.
Oh my God. Email, Diggnation. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here we go. Netflix. We want to thank Netflix for sponsoring this episode of Diggnation. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 titles online, including lots of Blu-ray titles. Free shipping's both way to your home. There are now over 40 shipping centers, so almost all deliveries happen in just one day. Love, love, love the Netflix service. And also, speaking of Microsoft melding it into the box, there's going to be a Netflix Blade coming in, the new UI, so
heard
you'll be able
about
to
that.
watch all your instant watch straight on your.
So excited about that.
Amazing. And my buddy Alex actually works at Netflix, which is cool. Netflix plan starts just as low as $4.99. If you want to get a free 2-week trial, head over to www.netflix.com/Diggnation, and please remember, the wwws are important because you are currently searching on the World Wide Web.
You know what's funny is I tried it the other day without the www, and it forwarded to the same place.
No, it doesn't.
They didn't fix that? That's stupid. Okay, make sure
They're
you
not
use the
into
www.
They're working on getting into the Xbox. They're not working on fixing the www problem.
That's right. All right. I think that's it, right?
Yep. Right? Oh, my story. We're going to finish it off without my story. First, Bill Gates.
We got to mention Pop Siren. It was at the end.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. Mention it now. Pop
All right,
Siren, Thursday.
No. Last thing I want to tell you is that if you want to see all the cool stuff happening in Web 2.0 culture and the pop scene and music scene, check out Pop Siren, hosted by Sarah Lane, right here on Revision 3. Cool chicks referring to pop culture, every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And they also have something called Pop Siren Bites, which are smaller bites, like little of the best segments of Pop Siren. They come out every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can be entertained the entire week. Pop Siren, very cool show.
Awesome.
Make sure to check it out, revision3.com.
Awesome. Now on to our last story. First, Bill Gates and Jerry Seinfeld Microsoft ad makes no sense. Now I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of talking back and forth, Mac PC guy. 5,637 people dug this story, submitted by MK Lopez. Besides the slick and probably expensive editing, because that guy knows that, designed to make Jerry Seinfeld look like the more awkward of the pair. There's not a whole lot of special effects in this clip. In fact, there's not really a whole lot of anything, including laughs, info, or pimping Vista. It's kind of like Seinfeld's really long, rambling Amex Superman ads. First off, if you didn't like the Amex Superman ads, then this is not the ad for you, right? I mean, this is the Amex Superman ads, but not about American Express.
You like this ad?
Here's the thing. Do I like the ad? No. Did I find it funny? Not really. Do I think it is the best thing for Microsoft to do right now? Yes. You know why? They didn't talk about Vista. What do the Mac ads do? All they do is talk about how bad Vista is. So if Microsoft came out and the first thing they said was, all those Mac ads are wrong, Vista's great, they would have lost it. I think this is the beginning of a very long, very thought out marketing campaign to convince people that the stuff that Apple is saying with those two guys isn't really true. It's the marketing spin that Apple puts on Vista. So rather than coming back out and going, you know, I mean, it's like political. It's like political debates. Some guy gets up and says the economy is X, and another guy, and you can even get like professional economics experts, and they will have the polar opposite opinions of the based on economics.
I don't know. Vista's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
Right. And that's exactly what all the Mac people are trying to convince the world. And it's fine. I mean, this is Vista, and I think it's fine. It hasn't crashed on me. But here's the thing. Back to the actual story. There's no way that Microsoft could come out and out of the gate have a Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, absolutely.
They
can't start
Bill
bashing
Gates,
right off the bat.
No, or that it's the same as the Mac ads.
They're gonna
So
get
the only
there,
way that
though.
you do it, they have to get there. It's an ad for Vista.
Right.
Well, it's not even an ad for Vista.
Well, it'd
Actually,
be kinda
that's the
fun
cool
if it
thing.
was
It's
like
an
an
ad for Bill
adventure.
Gates.
It'd be kind of fun if it was like an adventure, and you see them doing different things, and eventually they get back to their Vista somehow. And
Well, they released a new one. I haven't seen it yet, which is longer.
I will say, so I've been using Vista a lot more. I haven't told you this.
No, I like that.
I have Vista on my desktop PC for my Falcon Northwest.
Yeah.
And it's freaking awesome as far as the gaming machine is concerned.
Yeah.
But dude, I gotta say, man, it's like having used a Mac for so long. There's a lot of things there's certain things. First of all, I love freaking Chrome, Google's browser. I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm
awesome.
using it right now.
But it crashes on me a lot. Like I was playing Spore on my Vista box, and it was like the audio went out several times, and then I just put Spore on my Mac, and it just ran fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky, but
It's weird. It didn't crash at all on my Vista, on mine. Look, it's the same thing as me. Like, my girlfriend has an iMac. She loves it. When I sit down to try to do anything, I'm like, this is the stupidest thing ever made. Why does it not do this? Why does it not do that? Because it's not what I know. It's not the operating system that I know. And even when she first got it, she was more angry at the fact that she couldn't do things that she just was, it's just inherent because that's how you were, you just learned. But saying, well, Vista, there are things that I don't like about it because I've been using Mac so much, that's exactly the whole problem with both platforms.
The other thing that I don't like about it, and I'll just throw this out there, is that my Windows XP experience is no longer applicable in many cases. Let me give you an example. Do this for me real quick. I'm just curious I'm not trying to slam anything. Just go to a file, go to your documents folder.
Go to my documents.
Click on start, and then go to where there would be some documents in there.
Where there would be some documents?
Start documents. Okay. How do you view the extensions on there? Before it was view, options, show extensions. Show me how to view the extensions. How do you know what that is?
Well, I'd probably do this.
Before in Vista, it was view, options, show all extensions.
Well, right, but that's in the actual...
How do you make it do that? You went into properties on the file. How do you make it do it in the folder? Like inside of there?
I've never thought to do that. Let me see. Customize this folder.
There's certain things I'm lost on. But it's not a matter of Vista sucking around. I'm sure it's there somewhere. It's just certain features are hidden from me.
But I mean, that's probably the same thing as if you, I mean, there's probably things at Mac 9 you come up to this new one and you go, why don't I just use the alias thing that I used before? That has nothing to do with the operating system.
I'm just saying, like, for me, it's a little frustrating. And the other thing is,
that's just the same learning process as going from anything to anything.
But you know when you install an application, it's like, and it's like, say yes to continue.
Which you can turn off if you want. But
where do you turn that off?
But for the most people that get computers from Best Buy and don't know what a computer is, and they start installing spyware.
No, I agree.
They enjoy the fact that something pops up and they go, "Oh, you're installing something? I'm not installing something."
I left it on my dad's just for that purpose.
I know.
But my thing is, like, where do you turn that off? You know where to turn that off?
I've actually never turned it off because I don't really mind it. I just know that that's what it's going to ask me. It's the same thing as like every time in a Mac when I want to do anything, it asks me for a password.
That's not true.
It does on my girlfriend's thing, and it does on my Mac, and I've never figured out where to turn it off because I didn't really care to. But I always have to hit OK, even though there's no password on my Mac. Every time I install anything, it says username Alex Albrecht, password, and I leave it blank and I hit OK.
Applications?
Everything. It always does that.
Like maybe a system update, but not like applications.
Any application I do. Anytime it does anything that touches to the hard drive. And I just personally haven't looked to figure out where the hell that is turned off.
Right, but like it's not.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, but you said you haven't looked. I have looked. Like I was pouring through the freaking control panel.
Bro, first off, if you look to really figure it out, first off, it's under Windows Defender. I would bet you $99 it's under Windows
I
Defender.
think so.
Because it pops up and says Windows Defender. You're installing an application.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I'm not trying to slam it. I'm just saying like it's not as obvious. Maybe it's just because I've used Macs for too long. now.
It is. I will tell you right now, it is. As knowing you from
All right.
a PC guy to now knowing you as
You
a
know,
Mac
I can
guy.
accept that. I can accept that because you've known
it
me
is-
as a PC guy.
Yeah, it's just that this is what you're used to. And that's fine.
I mean OS X.
Yeah.
You said Vista.
So back to the story. I think this is a good way to go forward with Microsoft because there wasn't a great way to go forward. There was no great option for this, but I think the option that they chose was sort of the best that they could make of the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The situation is for the last however long, 2.5 years or a year and a half, they've been getting slammed in the PR market by these Mac ads. They just have.
Well,
And congratulations, Apple. Brilliant
Well,
idea.
they're gaining market share like crazy. You see that in the most recent reports?
No.
Like they picked up a few more points in the laptop realm. They're killing it, dude. They're doing really well. Apple's
yeah?
like freaking starting to like. This could be like a 10 years from now, kind of Apple's ruling the universe kind of thing.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if Microsoft doesn't respond, I think the answer is easily yes.
Yeah.
Which is why they have to start with these little ventures in where people start going, oh yeah, right.
Well, I think they need to.
Microsoft, that Bill Gates guy who's really smart and has these great things.
But
you know what I mean?
You do admit that Vista in the general tech community outside the Mac world was ill received. Like
Vista
even Bill
in
Gates,
the planet was ill received.
Even Bill Gates said like, I wish we had done things differently in an interview. Like he's not happy with the operating system. What I'm really excited for is the next operating system, the Windows that is going to come out.
Yeah.
Because I think that Microsoft's learned a shit ton from Vista. I love the UI, the glassiness. Like I think they've done. It's way better than the Fisher Price like XP colors.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of the things they've done in Vista, but I think that the next one they'll get it right, and that's what I'm excited to play with.
Yeah,
That's
it'll be
when I might
interesting.
like decide to, have a Windows on my machine. I just don't think it's there yet for me personally. But anyway,
Dude, at the end of the day, all this stuff comes down to personal preference.
at the end of the day, we're both sitting there playing sport at the same time. You know what I mean? With the
true.
same interface.
It's true.
It's just like, there's always got to be a freaking David to the Goliath. There's always got to be that
Well, that's the other thing and that's what we loved about Xbox coming in and trying to take over the Sony
dude,
market.
I'm an Xbox. I would not. I don't play PlayStation 3 at all.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm a huge Microsoft fanboy. I
Yeah,
love freaking Xbox.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, well, let's get into the email, shall we?
the email. This is amazing.
I have one that's
probably
also
one of my
good, but
favorites.
probably not amazing.
This one is from Catherine.
Oh, hi,
Do
Catherine.
you know Catherine, Glenn?
Anybody named Catherine?
You sure you don't know Catherine at all?
Glenn, anybody? You maybe want to meet a Catherine?
Never
You like the
known
name
Catherine.
Catherine? It's very regal.
No?
I don't like where the story's going.
He
Oh, it's
doesn't
not a
like-
story,
he
it's an
doesn't like where the
email.
story's going.
Glenn, it's not an email, it's a
an
story.
It's an email.
This wasn't Doug.
It wasn't
So
Doug, it's an
Go
email.
ahead and read that. Read
It
that,
says,
Kevin.
the subject is WTF question mark hippie Glenn equals Fox. And at first I
Maybe you
thought
thought Fox News.
Fox News, Fox Television.
20th
I'm like,
Century Fox.
That's weird. He's not like a Fox News kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's more of a
I don't think
left kind of guy.
Yeah, maybe he looks like a
Maybe
fox or
his
some sort of
new
weasel.
haircut is more like
I agree.
yeah. Anyway, Kevin and Alex, I've been watching Diggnation since episode 1. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
And just now seeing hippie Glenn. Over the years, I have seen a random arm or leg in the shot.
Has happened.
I never knew that he like showed his legs off in the shot.
Once in a while, I saw that stuff.
Have you kind of lifted up the
Yep.
jeans? No, not that. Oh, it is sock.
Oh. Tease.
But never a good shot of hippie's face. Holy hell, Glenn is hot. Guys, hook that shit up. Help a girl out. Help a girl out. She is
Yeah,
hot
hippie.
for the hippie.
Yeah, hippie.
And here's a picture. She enclosed a picture for Glenn. Look at that.
Lives in St. Louis. No, I'm just kidding. She's here now.
Works at Michelob.
Oh. Hippie.
So she basically said that something about wanting to have your man babies. Anyway,
I'm not reading that, but
anyway, no, seriously, if you're available, you should.
just
contact
forward
her.
it. You know what? Just forward it.
I'll forward it.
Let it simmer. Let it simmer.
I'll forward it. So.
All right. Well, a couple weeks ago we talked about a little application called the iHologram, We got an email that iHologram app was fake. The one with the little cat.
Shut up.
Yep. Sorry, guys. This is from Evan. So check this out. It says the iHologram iPhone creator pleads guilty to faking it. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. But he really didn't believe, even for a second, that this highly publicized app called iHologram for the iPhone or iPod Touch was real. Well, a lot of people did think it was real, but here is this. Basically, this guy was using it, the video, which was hugely popular on Vimeo, was using it as sort of like a conceptual, like, this is just a fun thing that wouldn't it be great if this was true? And then it blew up. So the guy who actually created it, it was created in a 3D application program. I mean, it's not an application. Literally came out and said, I just wanted to kind of do it just to be like, this is something I was thinking.
That sucks.
I know. So I thought, because you were really excited about it, it was a 3D cat, so he liked it. It had like bullets on the hand.
That could have been really cool. If we had the video, we should show a little in the credits so you know what we're talking about. But it was a really cool looking
It was
video.
really cool.
It was on a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you remember that? Like, we rotated the cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, the other thing I was going to say was, since we talked about my iPhone, I'm going to give away my old iPhone.
Nice.
But I was realizing I'm at 37,000 followers. I'm probably never going to catch up to you guys up at the top tier with your frickin' 60s, 70s, 50s, all that stuff. So I figured I'll give away my iPhone when I hit 45,000. I think it's doable. I don't think it's too ambitious.
That's not too ambitious at all.
And it isn't a first gen and the Bluetooth is broken.
If you got everyone that signs up for the Diggnation and the video contest, follow on Twitter, you'll get 60 of those.
That's what
That's
I want.
true.
Everybody follow me. Bam. So before we head off, we do want to thank the Michelob guys for having us
Yes,
out and
thank you
gals.
guys. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. It was awesome. The
Yours
tour
were
was
awesome.
amazing. We had a great time.
The tour is actually going to be at Michelob's website.
Oh, the
Oh,
tour.
cool.
We shot the tour. It's actually going to be on Michelob's website, so check
I
that
don't know
out.
if it'll be up by the time of this video. It'll be up,
It'll be up by the time of this video.
So there'll be a little footer right here with the URL.
Yeah, Foxy Glenn will put that up. Michelob.com. Well, that's fairly easy.
Next week, we're drinking what, Marzen?
Marzen
Next week, Marzen.
Yep.
Well, that is it for this week's edition of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albrecht, and follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose, twitter.com/Kevin Rose.
Until next time, enjoy the Amberback, and we will see you, Marzen.
To Marzen. Cheers.
Oi.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
That was fun.
That's how it goes. Woo.
How do my glasses look, Glenn?
I love it. Love it.
Awesome.
Uh, 168? Okay.
Wait, one second. One second. Okay, go. Wait.
Here we go.